Hello, my name is David Paveley and I am the Health and Safety General Manager at Ellis Whittam. We provide health and safety, employment law and HR support for businesses across the United Kingdom. Today I'm going to discuss responsibilities that leaders within the education sector may have to consider from a health and safety perspective. This webcast is aimed at leaders within the sector and is aimed primarily for head teachers, trustees and bursars and is the first of 4 presentations. The other presentations will cover health and safety training, accidents and reporting, and safety around school trips and events. This webcast will cover the following key areas: the legal responsibilities of leaders within a school, the main challenges that school leaders face when managing health and safety, the costs when things go wrong, and the 3 main reasons for having an effective system in place for managing safety in schools. So what then are the main responsibilities that leaders have to consider? Their legal duties are firstly to provide the health, safety and welfare of all employees and anyone else who is affected by your activities. This will include pupils, contractors, visitors and anybody else who could come in contact with the school. You are also required to make sure there are suitable and sufficient risk assessments in place for any significant risks, and these risk assessments must be recorded. You must also make sure that employees are provided with any training or instruction on how to deal with any of the risks that they may be exposed to. When considering the specific responsibilities that school leaders need to consider, they first of all need to be aware that the school is an employer, and these responsibilities are set out within the health and safety policy. The school also has a responsibility towards the local education authority, with these responsibilities set out within policies and guidance. There are also responsibilities for the governing body, and these responsibilities are set out within the school's policies. It is the responsibility of the head teacher to ensure that all these policies are implemented. And also, teachers and staff have a responsibility ensuring that they carry out all the policies and procedures, and they also have a responsibility in loco parentis for the children within the school. And finally, visitors and contractors have a responsibility to follow any site rules. When carrying out their responsibilities, there are a number of challenges that can prevent them from being carried out successfully. One of the most common challenges is lack of time. Next, there is the challenge of cost, particularly when trying to make the most of the limited budget available. Then there is also the challenge of insufficient resources within the school to carry out the health and safety management procedures required. Finally, if there is insufficient knowledge within the organisation, this could be a challenge for the schools as well. There are a number of potential costs of failing to comply with health and safety legislation and requirements, and these costs have been increasing significantly recently. There are new sentencing guidelines whereby, after March 2012, a magistrate's court can offer unlimited fines and 6 months imprisonment, or a Crown Court can sentence with unlimited fines and 2 years imprisonment. Also, leaders need to be aware of fees for intervention, or FFI, And this allows the HSE to charge an organisation for any costs associated after they've carried out a visit and found a material breach. They charge a rate of £129 an hour, and this includes any office work that they need to do. As well as that, an organisation could face compensation claims paid by insurance companies, and this would result in increased insurance premiums. Finally, one of the other potential costs of failure is damage to reputation, with potential loss of business or even less students. To give you an example of what can happen when things go wrong, this is an example of a case study involving Brentwood School, where an employee fell from a bay window and became injured. After this, there was a subsequent investigation by the HSE, and they noticed, or they recorded, the fact that there was inadequate edge protection. This resulted in a court case in Chelmsford Crown Court and resulted in a fine of £40,000. As well as this, the school were also charged £6,477 in costs. If you imagine all of the various people and organisations that were affected, this one incident was quite significant. There are three main reasons to manage health and safety. These are from a legal point of view, a moral point of view, and a financial point of view. And the costs of failing to manage these three areas are as follows. From a legal point of view, this could result in HSE action, court cases, potential criminal law, and potential imprisonment. From a moral point of view, it is very important, obviously, to avoid accidents, fatalities, ill health, stress, and suffering. And finally, from a financial point of view, it is important to manage this issue to avoid any fines, compensation, loss of time, or loss of reputation. So when comparing the costs of failure to the cost of success, what are those costs? The costs of failure involve, from a legal point of view, court cases and imprisonment. From a moral point of view, accidents and even death and injury. From a financial point of view, fines, compensation, lost time and lost reputation. The cost of success then, a more efficient use of time by having adequate policies in place, better plans and guidance. From a financial point of view, being more successful is about reducing payouts and legal expenses. And from an effort and knowledge point of view, being successful means being more competent, having more people trained and able to do what they need to. So how then can Ellis Whittam help you with supporting your health and safety needs? First of all, as a health and safety consultancy, we can offer regular visits to your sites, and this will generate a general risk assessment with its own prioritised action plan. As well as this, you will have access to the health and safety consultant with email and telephone support. We are also able to provide all of your necessary health and safety documentation. This could include a health and safety policy, staff handbook, general risk assessment reports, a prioritised action plan and sample documents. Ellis Whittam customers also receive 24-hour support, and this can be done either by phone or email or through the online client portal. Finally, you are able to achieve peace of mind. You will have access to the competent person, access to legal insurance, 24-hour support, and you will also have access to any training that you may require, whether this is IOSH, NEBOSH or CIEH. This concludes this presentation on the responsibilities of leaders within the education sector. There are 3 subsequent presentations to follow on from this, including a presentation on health and safety training, one on accident reporting, and also a presentation on safety during school trips and events. If you have any questions about the issues raised during this presentation, or if you would like any information about how Ellis Whittam may be able to assist you with your health and safety needs, please contact us on 0845 2268 3993 or by email on inquiries@elliswhittam.com. Thank you very much for listening.